Welcome to a review of the Speidel Kellermeister. Now the Kellermeister is a conical fermentation tank that comes in three sizes from 30 litres, 64 litres and 120 litres. Today we're reviewing the 30 litre variety, and this is an ideal size for many amateur homebrewers such as ourselves who tend to brew batches up to that size or less. So what is a conical fermentation tank? What sets that aside from any other normal bucket? Well, let's pan down and we'll take a look. Now at the bottom we have two taps, and this is the key to the theory behind the conical fermentation tanks. The top of the two taps there, you are supposedly able to tap off clearer beer because all the yeast and the trub and the sediments tends to sink to the bottom of the cone. And at the bottom of the cone is the second tap, and it's that tap from which you can then tap off all that unwanted trub. But importantly, you can actually tap off the yeast as well. And of course, for many sort of semi-pro home brewers, that's very important. You can reuse the yeast in future brews. So lots of flexibility with this product too. You also get a lovely thermometer here, which is recessed inside a kind of brass socket that extends into the fermentation bucket. And that's actually been pretty accurate so far. We've been keeping an eye on it and comparing it alongside our digital one. It's important to note that that does not come with the Kellermeister, and neither does the heating belt which you've got around it. But certainly we've got a live brew on the go, so we want to keep things obviously as warm as possible within the parameters. And you can see it's done quite nicely so far. The other major feature of this Kellermeister, which sets it aside from some of the other conical fermenters, is the lid. It has a dipping edge. It sort of seats itself within a dipped edge. If we can just show you that a bit closer. I'm not going to lift the lid off, obviously, because we've got the live brew on the go, but certainly this whole lid section sits within a rim around the outside, and we filled that with some Star San. You could probably use vodka, I suppose, that's fine as well. And the idea is behind that when the fermentation is on the go, the pressure of the CO2 will push up and kind of bubble out from the top, push the lid up and kind of come out the top there. Outward pressure, obviously that's a good thing. That's hopefully going to blow any nasties or bugs that you don't want inside your brew outwards. So an interesting concept, and we'll be interested to see how that works. We'll obviously feedback if there's any issues there, but we don't anticipate any. Just move out a little bit. So overall, this promises to be a really interesting product. In terms of cleaning as well, it should be fairly straightforward. It's made of food grade plastic, so should be no problems there hopefully. But again, we'll feedback overall with our findings. Now it's well worth checking out the full range of products on the Speidel website. There are many homebrew related products. So the website is speidels-braumeister.de. We'll put a full link at the end of this review. But essentially, it's well worth checking out their full range, and we'll feedback with our overall findings whether we tasted the beer, because after all, the taste test is extremely important. But thank you very much for watching, and in the meantime, check out their website.